gentlemen, welcome back to the Nancy Drew MidnightInSalem, I think. We just woke up and
oh my, not good.
Something
not
burning.
Not good.
What are you guys doing in here?
They're trying their best to unimpress me. Mission accomplished.
Nancy, hi. Joe was just, making an effort.
Oh, that's what that smell is.
I tried showing him the ropes, but he wants to prove he can do it without my help.
Tegan set out the ingredients for Johnny cakes before she had to run, but I gotta admit, it's been a while since I last whipped something up. Successfully.
Oh, I love Johnny cakes. I can help.
Of course you can. All right, Hardy, step down before we have another fire on our hands.
Yeah, please. Okay.
All right, let's see. Step 1. 1 cup of sugar. 1 cup of sugar. 2 tablespoons of sugar. This can't be right.
I told you I couldn't keep up with her, so I improvised. I'm 100% certain about the amounts, though.
Let's approach this sensibly. What do we need?
So I know it's 1
cup
cup
of
flour.
I think you've got it.
And then 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of, and then 2 teaspoons of
1 teaspoon of baking powder.
Do you expect us to eat this?
1 cup of flour.
We're getting there.
1 spoon of baking powder.
We're getting there.
okay,
1 cup of cornmeal.
We're getting there.
good,
1 teaspoon of salt.
I think you've got it.
good,
1 spoon of sugar.
Looks right to me.
and then
1
maybe,
spoon of sugar.
Looks right to me.
yes,
That
Yeah.
looks great. Let's tackle the next step.
yes, let's,
All right, second step. We have to fill the bowl until the weight is just right.
Quick heads up. This is about where things started to go south last time.
Hey!
Let's just trust that Nancy knows what she's doing.
I don't know what I'm doing. So, we need 5 melted butter, 1, okay, and then milk is, no, that's 8. So, 8, okay, and then is, and then 1 more, because that's 2, and then eggs are 1, 2, maybe, and then a dash.
That looks great. Let's tackle the next step. Finally, my favorite part.
I thought your favorite part was eating.
My next favorite part.
Dear goodness.
Joe, could you help me pour while I flip?
Sure thing. This is going great. I think. This is going great. I think. All done. They look super
They look like very tasty. Ooh, over here. Okay.
Ooh, these smell delicious.
Great job, Nancy.
Thank you.
These look amazing.
Okay. May. These are the Hardy brothers, Frank and Joe.
We're very interested in your case.
Uh-huh. They're good friends of mine. They're going to help us with the investigation. The more people we have working on this, the better chance we have of solving the case.
Yep.
Joe, you need to learn how to cook. Maybe let Frank teach you. Otherwise, how are you going to impress anyone?
Solving crimes impresses people.
So does committing them.
Yes.
What? It's true. Not saying I'm impressed by that. Just stating a fact. I prefer someone who possesses a deep intellectual appreciation and table manners.
You want to be impressed? We should finally show her our business plan for our new business. What? It's very businessy.
Oh my god.
What? What is it?
Well, Joe and I have been talking recently about making things a bit more official. Since we're always called to solve crimes, we thought that maybe we should start getting paid for it.
We're starting our very own detective agency. License, insurance, the whole thing. And
That's cool.
And we want to know if you'd be interested in being a partner.
Ooh.
A partner?
Hey, table that. All right, Drew. Why not update everyone on where we're at?
Okay.
One thing I'd like to do today is check the town archives.
Yes.
If it's all the same to you, I'd prefer to handle this. You were gonna look into the history of ownership of the Hathorn house, right?
Yeah, sure. We can go together.
No. It's better if I handle this solo. I'm a whiz with microfiche. Don't ask me why.
sounds like a
Michael.
story.
And I'm not going to tell it to you. Okay?
Okay.
So, Nancy, what do you think we should focus on for the investigation?
So, I guess you're wondering about the thing I mentioned.
Yes,
Yeah.
sounds super exciting.
I already told them about the whole sighting.
Yeah, I can't explain it yet.
Even with the most modern scientific techniques available, there are
Yeah.
many phenomena that we still cannot explain.
Why?
I believe what you saw was real.
What?
What?
Sure, some sort of combination of gaseous blow-off and light refraction.
No, supernatural. A ghost, a real ghost, with
I don't
thoughts and
think so,
memory and
Joe.
agency.
I
I'm
really-
not so sure.
I just built some new equipment that
Oh
I'd
my
love
God.
to try out.
I'm sure
Okay.
it's nothing, but we'll go to the cemetery today and investigate anyway. Maybe we
Thank
can
you.
add ghost hunting to our detective services. Kidding.
Then, okay. Arson the web. Something he was a victim of a.
The arson that happened last week.
And we haven't had the chance to collect any alibis yet.
What?
We need to ask everyone we've met where they were on the night of the arson. Corroborating their answers with whomever they were with will help bring into focus who is and isn't a suspect.
Why?
Judge Danforth mentioned that he was the victim of a burglary.
What was stolen?
We don't know.
The judge was working with Tegan on developing a case for the Accused Witches organization.
The what?
The descendants of the accused witches of the 1692 Salem witch trials.
Why?
They're staking a claim to the Hathorn estate due to unjust dispossession and execution of their ancestors. It's one of the reasons I searched for the Book of Apologies in Austria, as it contains a record of wronged families. But someone swiped it from right under my nose.
Mm-hmm.
And around the time of the arson, there was a burglary at the judge's office.
Too coincidental not to be connected.
Why?
That's exactly what I was thinking. I'd like to review the crime scene at the courthouse for any clues.
The judge might not let you do that. He didn't sound very forthcoming.
True. But maybe my father can convince him.
Why?
They're old friends. I can give him a call.
Yeah.
All right. What else?
We need to figure out how the theft from Mosam Castle is connected to this case.
Why?
Theft of what?
The Book of Apologies. My dad asked me to retrieve it from Mosam Castle in Austria as a favor for Judge Danforth, who works here in Salem. It details all the victims of the witch trials, some of which are still unknown to this day.
However, this book was stolen as well, 3 days ago, when Nancy was there.
Why was this book all the way in Austria?
Great question.
The resident historian told me the judge who wrote the book willed all his belongings to be preserved by whichever museum would have them at the time.
Why? Ooh.
That must be how it ended up in an Austrian castle for safekeeping.
Well, that certainly didn't stop the thief, whoever it is.
I can ask around about alibis during this time period as well. See if anyone in town can't be accounted for. Might point us in the right direction.
I have something to add. Whoever is responsible for this crime is going to great lengths to cover it up.
Why?
We don't know if these people are dangerous. Remember that. And be careful.
I will. Well. Hey, Mel.
Hey, are you feeling any better about the case?
Nope.
We're going to find out who did this, May. I promise.
If you say so. Look, thanks for breakfast. I just want to say, I know you're trying to help, but I think you're wasting your time.
People tell me there's a good reason to suspect you,
But
but no one can say why.
Isn't it obvious? I've got a burn mark covering the entire side of my face and like most of my arms. It must be me.
I'm sorry that happened to you, and I'm sorry if people judge you for your burns.
I prefer it to pity.
Would you tell me what happened?
There was a fire. I was in it.
I'm not trying to pry. It's just that so far, the main cause for suspecting you of the Hathorn fire seems to be this previous one. I only want to understand.
I
Fine.
was 9. It was an old shed, and I wasn't supposed to play in it. It was kind of a den full of stuff, like candles. I got stuck inside. You can work out the rest.
So it was an accident. You were just a kid. Harsh to suspect you now because of something you didn't mean to happen.
Don't make me talk about it more.
Okay. Thank you for telling me, May.
yeah, thank you. I am not gonna...
Talk to you later.
I'm going to hop in here. And there's a car. Ooh.
Oh,
Hey, Laura.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
This shop is really cool. I love the decor.
thank you. It's taken a lot of years to get it the way I want.
I kind of imagined this is what an actual witch's shop would look like.
Yeah,
Seriously, you have all these herbs. Look, St. John's wort, mandrake root. You know, witches were just synonymous with people who used the old medieval ways of working with plants and animals,
Yeah.
curing ills. They were healers, shamans, and confessors. You can see why some people might have been threatened by them.
I know, right? No leeches here, though. I draw the line at bloodsuckers. I'm glad you get it. A lot of people around here don't.
How so?
Some say I'm cashing in, not respecting history. People get so caught up in the death and judgment. But I was always interested in all of that lost knowledge,
Why?
even as a kid.
I bet a lot of kids around here are fascinated by it.
Used to be.
You get a lot of people in? Maybe May Perry?
May. That's funny.
Why?
Look, she's had a hard time. She's not the only one. I've been the kid everyone looks at. You need friends to talk to. She doesn't want any.
She has her sister. Tegan cares about her.
Tegan protects what's important to Tegan.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that's May.
says there are ghosts in this town. Is that true? What is it?
You know, I believe the dead stay dead.
Why?
But I've seen ghosts recently in my own house.
Really? Who?
Wait, you believe me? I thought I was going crazy.
I believe there's an explanation. Who was it?
I don't know. A woman. Wearing old clothes like the kind you find in Tegan's museum. I couldn't see her face, and I swear she was real. I could hear her. I could feel her. She smelled like rotten fruit or something. You know that gray, moldy smell that hits you in the back of your throat? Yeah, that.
Huh. That's pretty specific, actually. More specific than anyone else I've talked to.
I saw her in the Hathorn house. Watch out for her. She'll come to you. No doubt in my mind.
Okay.
You ever hear rumors about a coven in Salem?
That's just something Olivia says to sell tour tickets. I
Why?
think you believe in that kind of witch.
So you never heard a rumor? As a kid, maybe.
What are you getting at?
I found a photo of you three from when you were kids.
She kept it?
Do you remember where this photo was taken?
Sure. Well, sort of. It was a shed somewhere close to the neighborhood the Perrys live in. We went there a few times.
So, the three of you used to hang out.
Mhm.
That was long ago. We did dumb things. I wish we hadn't. Far as I know, there's no coven of witches, though.
I'm sure you've been asked this before, but where were you on the night Hathorn house was burned down?
I was coming home from work, crossing
Okay.
through the cemetery. I could see the orange glow. By the time I got home, it was almost all gone. I called it in.
Were you the first one to call? Anyone see you earlier? Like an hour before?
I was in my shop.
Any customers?
No. Are you trying to say that I burned down the house?
No.
No, I never said that.
Good. I've said it a million times, but I'll say it again for your benefit. I'm just glad she wasn't alive to see it.
Why?
She loved that house, and I loved her. You understand?
Yeah.
Of course. You were the first person to see the fire?
Well, yeah. I was going home, and that's where the fire was.
You know the fire might help you keep your home.
I know that now, but I didn't before. It's a slim chance at best.
Mhm.
I'd rather it was whole and shown to be mine by right.
But if that's not an option,
Nothing could make me want to destroy it.
Why?
you remember where you were 3 nights back?
I was here. I told you already. I have the receipts to prove it. And I'm the only one who works here. Why?
Oh, no, just a related incident. I don't suppose there are any ghost sightings in your shop?
The spirits come and go as they please. I've seen them everywhere around Salem. But I've never seen one operate a point of sale.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
I was hoping I could borrow a key to the main Hathorn house.
Key? Oh, I don't have a key anymore.
You don't?
No, but Alicia does. If you ask her, she'll lend it to you, I'm sure.
Ooh.
What kind of herbs do you have here?
The kind that helps people ease their burdens. Since cold season started, business has been booming. Between managing the shop itself and preparing remedies, it's getting harder to keep up.
I don't mind lending you a hand with preparing the remedies, if that's okay with you. I love learning new things.
Yeah.
This is delicate work. But you do seem to have an interest in herbology. Sure, it would be fun to pass on the basics, at least. I'll be around the shop and manage the counter. Just let me know when you have something finished, and I'll take a look at it.
Great. So, where do I begin?
I've prepared the patient notes already. You can find them on the counter. You can use my reference book to study the herbs and what ailments they cure, and the basics of remedy mixing.
Okay. This is gonna be so much fun.
Yes. Okay.
This book looks really worn. The knowledge must be centuries old, if not more.
Ooh. So text. Oh my God. Let me see.
These are the notes she took when discussing the ailments with her patients. Need to figure out the proper mix of herbs to cure these.
So we have slight liver condition and migraine. Okay. Hope liver. Calm spirit. Layers. This is and Starbuck maybe?
Sage, feverfew, ginger, cinnamon, Our Lady's Thistle,
And
garlic, chamomile,
Yeah, I lost the key to that one, sorry. It has to be somewhere around here. I would never bring it home with me. Let me know if you find it.
okay. We have modern Mayo. Feminine, calm, Westland. So,
rosemary, gosh, these pastries look delicious.
yes, they do.
What an odd key. It probably unlocks something in here.
I found a key.
See you later. A commercial grade tea machine. Fancy.
Yes.
I just have a couple more things I wanted to ask you.
Yes.
What kind of herbs do you have here? Time to mix it up. It fits. Sweet marjoram. Wonder what this herb is used for.
Sweet mom. A veil of love. Honey in her call. So fear food is so memory goodness. I'm going to go towards take it. Oh. User been added to the famous legacy truth finally arrived to solve our ghostly conundrum. What is this? We are trying to figure out what could have caused you seeing a ghost. Maybe an actual ghost. Is he always like this? Only on the good days. Hey, I'm here, you know. We know. Aw, so cute. Dude. I'm going to go follow some leads. Good luck. Let us know if you need anything. Okay. I want go up there.
Nancy, hey, how's the investigation going?
Pretty well. You know, it would really help if I could get May to talk to me.
She hasn't given her alibi yet.
No. And everyone seems to have one, except her.
Everyone? Is it possible that it could be someone from outside of town? A visitor or something?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But statistically speaking, crime is rarely a random occurrence.
Why?
It's a mystery to me. You have anything you wanted to talk about?
Can you tell me about the accident May was in when she was a kid?
Why do you need to know that? How is it important?
I didn't think it was, but everyone else sees reason to believe May is the one who burned Hathorn House.
Yes.
So that makes it important. I know.
It started with the arson, and she has other convictions on her juvenile record as well.
Oh.
What happened?
It was an old shed near our home. May was about 9 or so. She was in it one night. She shouldn't have been. Playing with candles, a lighter, I don't know. It caught fire. She was charged.
She was so young.
I feel responsible. She shouldn't even have been there, and I'm the older sister.
Right.
It's not your fault. I'm sorry to upset you. It helps me to understand.
Just don't talk to May about it, please.
Too late.
What's the history behind the Hathorn estate?
Yeah.
Right. Well, Judge John Hathorn was born and raised in Salem. His father was a decorated military man who had many real estate holdings throughout New England. And when Judge Hathorn became a justice, he tried to expand those holdings.
Okay.
Much of the land that the Hathorn estate was built on was actually seized property from accused witches.
So awful. I think the land stealing part was even mentioned in Olivia's tour.
Didn't expect her to actually care about the history. At the time, no one made the connection, not even in court documents. But it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the fire is somehow related to Salem's history with witches?
What do you mean?
Like, is it meant as a symbolic gesture? Because that's how most witches died?
That was a European thing.
Okay.
No, they were more civilized in the New World. We hung our witches. Short drop, so they slowly choked to death. A couple more died in custody awaiting trial, and
Wow.
one, an elderly man who refused to testify, was pressed to death.
Pressed?
Yeah, they put a bunch of heavy stones on top of you, over a period of days.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
She did not know the weight until she felt the freedom. Scarlet Letter. Also a descendant of Judge Hathorn. Except Nathaniel Hawthorne was so horrified with his family's history that he added a W to change it.
Wow.
The focus on descendants isn't really something they teach you in school.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We think our world is so much more advanced now, but we have a hard time escaping our past.
How did Francis Tuttle come to own the property?
Mm-hmm.
Ms. Tuttle bought it 30 years ago, cheap. It was falling apart. The former owners couldn't be located, so it was auctioned. She was a bit of a kooky lady living in a ruin like that, but she was kind. I mean, she took in Lauren like a daughter. That says something about someone, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I agree. There was this photo tucked away in the guest room.
Now I'm really embarrassed. Such an awkward age.
Is that Olivia and Lauren in the picture with you?
Yeah, we were pretty tight back then. Had to take pictures.
I couldn't tell where it was taken. Do you remember? There were lots of books and candles.
It was probably the... I don't know. Books and candles are everywhere in Salem. It could be anywhere. It was years ago. I don't really remember.
Where were you on the night of the fire?
I was at my boyfriend's watching a movie. Here, this is his number. You can ask him.
Have you been dating Damien for a long time?
Yeah, a couple years, I think. I like him. I mean, I really do. He listens to me. And yeah, he's great.
Was he with you the whole night?
I mean, most of the night. I don't think he's capable of arson, if that's what you're suggesting.
I trust him.
Absolutely. 100%. Go ahead, call him. You'll see.
Do you remember what you were doing 3 nights ago?
3 days ago? Well, I was probably working here. Why?
You were working at the museum. Can anyone confirm that?
Well, I'm always here.
But was anyone else here?
May was home all day, laying low, and Olivia wasn't here either. I don't know where she was, to be honest. You'll have to ask her.
Yeah.
So no one can confirm that? And you're sure May was at home?
She's barely left the house since the incident. People here treat her like she has an infectious disease. It's awful. And I don't blame her if she wants to sit at home on her phone all day. Ugh. Her parents need to come home. Soon. So, I gotta ask. What do you get out of this?
I get a lot.
Really? You travel around, talk to all these people, deal with all their problems, put yourself in harm's way?
Not always. Alright, some of the time. I don't
Most
know.
of the time.
It's like there's these small obstacles that I enjoy working on, and they're interesting. But what I really love is the puzzle of humanity. What makes people tick? Why do people do what they do? It's always the hardest one to crack, because sometimes we do things that don't make sense. We're inherently irrational. Know what I mean?
You know, there's a theory about why these specific women were persecuted as witches. Some people believe that ergot, which is a fungus that grows in cereal grains, might have gotten into the food supply. It poisons anyone who eats it. Hallucinations, circulation issues, seizures. It would have made people look like they were possessed. Or made the judges think they were doing God's will. Or make the whole town go haywire.
A rational explanation for irrational behavior.
Just a theory. We'll never know. Anyway, I don't want to keep you. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Talk to you later.
Yeah. Now.
Let's see. It's a long shot, but maybe one of these matches the piece found inside the fake ghost.
Why?
The Neighborhood Watch. The Neighborhood Watch. Seems to have been founded in response to the arson.
Why?
A nightly ghost tour. Advertisement for the museum exhibition. Salem outdoor activities. Sounds fun.
Very fun.
The witch tour we did yesterday.
And
It's the same flyer. Olivia's witch tour.
yeah.
Closed off. Looks like...
Oh. Sorry. And this way.
Hey there, girl. Can't tell if you're supposed to be cute or creepy.
Maybe both, Mr. Drew.
Back! Great. Let me guess. More questions?
Always.
Spooky how you could tell.
Though it harm none, do as thou wilt.
Okay.
I'm saying I guess it can't do any harm.
Right.
I've been going around asking everyone in town where they were on the night of the arson.
The night of the what?
Arson. At Hathorn House?
Why, I have no idea what you're talking about. Kidding, Nancy. Don't look so serious.
Oh, I have to.
I was here that night, doing my thing. I think there had to have been at least 20 people who can confirm that. It really stinks that Lauren is going to lose her home.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, of course.
It's about you, Tegan, and Lauren when you were kids.
Why are you interested in this? We grew apart. It happens.
Right,
I found an old photo from back then. It had the name Coven on it. Look. Was it the one you talk about in your show?
You found this photo at Tegan's house? I didn't peg her as sentimental.
So was it the same one?
Well, yes. Same coven. We heard about it as kids, I guess. We were all into history and witches. We still are.
And yet you've never made up.
I don't get why you care.
Can't help it. It's a mystery, even if you all tell me it isn't.
This was
3 days ago, were you doing any witch tours?
3 days ago? No, I was not.
Okay. You remember what you were doing?
Actually, I had won a spa holiday at the Wayfarer Inn over in Marblehead. It was amazing. They used those glass cup things on my back. It was wicked crazy.
Oh. You have any receipts or...
It was all expenses paid. And I'd show you my back, but I'm a quick healer. Witch powers. It looks like it never happened. You know, I had a flyer for the spa, but I threw it away this morning. Sorry, I know I'm not being helpful.
It's okay. You are. Thanks. So, I've heard ghosts are haunting Salem.
Of course.
You believe it?
How could I not when I've seen them with my own eyes?
Really? Can you describe what you saw?
Sure. It was dark, foggy. I was walking through the cemetery. Or was it the town square? I don't remember, but I do remember a ghost. No, multiple ghosts. Spirits.
And did you
Oh
ever
my
see any
God.
ghosts near Hathorn House?
As a matter of fact, I did. I told you that a coven of witches unleashed them on the town a few years back. They will not rest until they get their vengeance. Let me guess. You can't find proof of a living soul present at the house the night it burned. Maybe the culprit wasn't among the living?
That sounds even harder to prove.
Have you seen The Restless Souls of Salem, Nancy?
I've seen something, but I'm not willing to just believe it's real. I need more.
Be careful. They'll still find you whether you believe in them or not. You might want to avoid the cemetery.
I found this flyer in the cemetery. Is it yours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty torn up, but I'm sure it's mine. Where'd you say you found it again?
In the cemetery, stuffed in a fake ghost.
Yeah.
Know anything about that?
Ugh, how do people in this day and age still litter? It's such a shame, especially bad with tourists, you know? They don't live here, they think it's all one big joke, and whoops, my trash and now your trash. They
Right.
should imprison those people. I mean, just for a day or something.
See you
See you
well.
later.
Anything? Ooh, what the? Wait. Go back. And. Ooh. Okay. Nothing. Open? No. Okay. Okay.
Nancy, hey, how's the investigation going?
Okay.
Deirdre only mentioned it in passing, but you and Olivia used to be friends?
We were, and I guess it doesn't hurt to mention that Lauren was a part of our little group as well.
What?
That was years ago.
So you don't get along now.
Things changed.
Did something happen?
I don't see why this is relevant. Aren't you supposed to be clearing my sister's name? She doesn't need more blame for things she didn't do.
What did she get the blame for before?
This town wants someone to blame for everything. She's different and gets singled out.
I want to know more about anyone who might have a motive for the fire. Maybe you can help if you know them, even as old friends.
Yeah.
Yes. Go on.
Tell me about...
What can you tell me about Olivia?
What can I tell you about Olivia? I can tell you that I think her shtick is ridiculous. And that she's doing this town a disservice by selling this silly idea of broomsticks in this double toil and trouble version of witches. This is a place of real history.
Okay.
She wants it to be a theme park.
Do you think she would have burned down the Hathorn house?
I suppose it would be good for business. People love a ruin.
Especially a haunted ruin.
She is pretty happy lighting fires. But I don't know. I only want my sister cleared.
I know. We're getting there. I can't help but think about the rumor Olivia talks about. The coven.
You shouldn't pay any attention to her stories. She just says whatever she thinks the crowd wants. Real history isn't interesting to Olivia.
So you never heard this rumor elsewhere?
I didn't say that. There are no witches in Salem. Just showy frauds and stupid kids doing stupid things. Don't trouble yourself with ancient history and rumors. There's a real kid in trouble who needs your help.
And I'm trying to help her.
What can you tell me about Lauren?
Lauren is a piece of work.
Oh.
Olivia may pretend to be a witch, but Lauren thinks she's a witch, you know? They are as bad as each other. The real legacy and history of Salem is what's important, not over-the-top stories and hokey potions and lotions.
So you don't go to her shop?
I've never been in, but I've had the tea. My advice? Stay away from the Senna leaf. Can ruin your whole day.
I don't
Do you think she would burn down Hathorn House?
No.
I don't know. Maybe. If she thought it would help her stay on the grounds. She certainly doesn't want anyone else having it, even if there are historical and legal reasons. But like I said, I don't really know her that well anymore.
Talk to you later.
Okay. I'm going to talk to Lauren. Maybe Lauren have a better...
I just have a couple more things I wanted to ask you.
Hey, gotcha. Oh.
See you later.
Nope, okay. This way and go to...
Miss Drew, how can I help you?
Hi, Miss Cole.
Alicia, please.
Oh, same. Nancy.
Great. So what do you need, Nancy? Any more paper clips, staplers, or perhaps a hammer drill?
I'm more of a pneumatic nail gun type myself.
Ha ha, nice.
You have a hammer drill in here.
In my closet. I'm a bit of a home improvement junkie. You have to be when you live in a house built in the 1800s.
Well, thanks, but I don't need any of those things. I do have some questions, though. You mind if I take 5 minutes of your time?
Please. I don't mind.
Good.
Do you know Lauren Holt?
Owner of Luminous Infusions. Resident of the Hathorn Estate Carriage House.
Yes.
So do you know her?
Absolutely. I represent her.
How's the case going?
Well, that's a bit of a confidentiality issue. But you are the daughter of a lawyer. So, without a will, there is no case. No one has been able to find it.
And without the will, the house goes to the state.
The law is the law. I can try to get a delay. But we've already delayed twice, and the state doesn't care that someone lives there. It's a tough world out there.
I spoke with Lauren. She mentioned you have a key.
A key?
To the Hathorn house.
It's the only copy. Don't lose it.
I won't.
Oh, and this really isn't supposed to be in your hands. If someone finds you with it, I might have to say you stole it.
I'll make sure to be discreet. Thanks.
Here to help, Nancy. Hey, next time, please knock before entering, okay?
Okay.
I'm sure you've heard about the burglary in the court's evidence room.
Yes, unbelievable. You know, I've started asking myself, what is happening to this town? It used to be such a safe place.
Okay.
And now we have arson and break-ins. I'm worried there's a pattern of escalation here. I mean, is this the kind of place I want to raise children in?
Oh, you're trying to start a family.
I mean, yes. But with the amount that I work, when is there any time? I barely have enough time to do my hair in the morning, let alone go on a date after work.
Mhm.
And to be honest, the type of people living in a place like Salem is, well, not really what I'm into. How about you?
I have a boyfriend.
Really? He doesn't accompany you on your investigative trips?
Well, he's in college right now, and we see each other when we can.
Uh-huh. You been dating long?
Yeah, a couple of years.
Okay.
No one said it was easy, but we figure out how to make it work.
Yeah.
All I'll say is, most men don't understand what we go through. We have to fight to get a seat at their table, and then they want us to go home and be family makers. Some unsolicited advice from one working woman to another: don't let his plans get in the way of yours.
No.
Of course, they don't. Why did you bring your hammer drill to the office?
Well, after the burglary, we realized that this place was in dire need of higher security. I ordered the keypad online and used the drill to mount it. I just keep forgetting to bring the drill back home with me.
That's impressive.
Mhm.
Yeah, still ended up calling a professional when the thing wouldn't stop beeping.
Would you mind telling me what you were doing 3 days ago?
Yes.
3 days ago. All day, or
Well, any info would be helpful.
actually, why are you interested in this?
I was in Austria 3 days ago and witnessed a theft of a historical artifact there that, surprisingly, I believe is connected to this theft.
I see. I was talking to your father about that case.
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah, we chat sometimes. About work. Mostly.
Okay.
Ask him.
Sure.
You're a regular sleuth, aren't you? Picking up other cases now?
Not exactly. It's kind of related to the Hathorn house.
Why?
Yeah, let's see. I was home watching Jason cut the stump out of my front yard.
You hired Jason Danforth for that?
He's cheap, and he can't say no because he needs the money. Plus, I kind of like watching him suffer a little.
I wouldn't know why.
You know, I could use someone like you. A lawyer is always in need of a good private investigator. If your father would be okay with you working for someone else.
Alicia, I'm my own woman. I work for myself.
Yeah.
But you've been very helpful, and I really appreciate it.
Good.
Mhm.
Well, when you solve this case, let's talk.
What did you mean when you said the people here are not your type?
Oh, you probably know by now. You've been around town, right?
I have.
It's all people with minds as small as the town itself. I don't mean to sound harsh, but you can only meet so many with the same mindset before you see a pattern.
That's
Mhm.
interesting. Did something happen?
Oh, nothing much. Sometimes I just wish this place would be a bit bigger, you know? More progressive.
No.
Imagine a revitalized town.
Do you think that could happen?
A woman can dream.
Yeah, a woman can dream.
Do you know who has access to the evidence room?
As far as I know, just myself and the judge.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Look, I don't like saying this, but the judge occasionally leaves the evidence room unlocked. The man even locked himself in his own office, for pity's sake. Not that it matters. I was told the burglar came from the outside.
So it's safe to say you weren't here during the theft?
Are you liking me for this crime, Nancy?
No, I don't like anyone for this crime. Or any other crime for that matter. I'm just doing my research.
I was not here. I was running errands around town. Busy, busy, busy.
Do you happen to have the code for the evidence room door?
Nope, sorry. He hasn't given that to me yet. And knowing him, he's probably already lost it.
Yep.
Doing some follow-ups with the arson. Where were you that night?
Are you asking for my alibi?
Well, yes, if you don't mind.
I was at a charity fundraiser, saving the piping plovers. Anyone in this town that works in an official capacity can vouch for me. Are you interviewing any of them?
I don't think I'll need to.
I'm a little bit surprised you'd even ask.
Just being thorough.
I can respect that.
See you later. And I'm going to stop here for now. I hope you guys have a nice day and a good time, and bye.